Hello, everybody. How is it going? It's me, Marcella Wilson, coming at you again from several platforms. Facebook, Instagram. Y'all know I'm trying to do all things. I'm a multitasker, so I am trying to be everywhere at once, but that's the beauty about technology, right? All right, so I'm coming back at you again talking about my new business venture. Well, I've been doing it, I've been running a short term rental business for a couple of years, but I'm doing a different part of it now that I've been talking with y'all about. Yeah, for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Marcella Wilson, and I have several short term rental properties. And yesterday I was on talking about my mantra, which is called, so I have a mantra for my business, and it's build the life of your dreams one house at a time. And that's what I believe you can do with short term rental properties. You can build the life of your dream one house at a time. And I'm not going to be on long today. I'm only on for like 20 minutes or so, and then I'm off to do some work because, I've always got some work to do, and it's back to school time, and I'm getting my girls ready to go off to school. So excited, right? This is the best time of year. Hey, Don. And so yesterday I talked about, how I came up with that mantra and why it's important to me and what it means to me. But today I want to talk to you about something that I read. I read this article, right? And I actually posted about it on my Instagram account. Y'all know I'm trying to keep the glare out of my glasses. I actually posted on my Instagram account that Airbnb, their profits last year were like in the billions, okay? With a B, not millions. Millions is played out, right? We're talking billions with a B. Airbnb made billions in profit, right? And, so many people, once I started, running my own short-term rental properties, so many people came up to me, and people that knew me or heard about it, they were like, how do I do this? How do I set this up? Or they would talk to me, and it would kind of be like, oh, well, that's something that you can do, but it's probably too difficult or too hard, for me to do. It's just like over there, and that's not for me, even though I have an interest in doing it, and lots of other people are doing it, and people are profiting from it. And I always thought that was very interesting because, one, we live in this technological age where we can, make money so many new ways. Like, I'm sure my parents wish that Uber was around when we were kids and in high school, and they didn't have to, take us so many places. But, there's Uber, there's, Uber Eats, and there's Airbnbs, just the wonderful ways that people can earn income and make money. All that to say is Airbnb made made $9 billion in profits. So a lot of people making money off of this, and I'm sure that all of these people like doing this aren't rocket scientists. These people who have Airbnbs up, they're doing it, they're going for it. So, and then, so many people, you see the news every day, and even the people in our lives, right? So many people are struggling, people, it's people are going back to school, people are trying to figure out, how can I pay for my kids' college education? Or I want to put them in private school. I really don't want them to go to the school that they're at, or I want to move to a better neighborhood. I want to, buy a house so my kids can be in a better school district. They're trying to figure out, hey, can I retire? Do I have enough money to retire? I'm trying to I would like to retire. I don't want to work, till the day I die. No disrespect to the greeters or the people that, you see working and they're, a little bit older, they might want to do that. But personally, I don't want to do that. I would like to retire and then, kind of serve my kids, when I get older and be there for them and their kids. So a lot of people are trying to figure out how to retire, or when they retire, do I have to take a, kind of a part-time job so I can keep the same standard of living? A lot of people are struggling with that. People are paying off student loans. I was just talking to one of my friends the other day. She wanted to go back to school, but she can't. Well, she can, but she feels like, well, I've got all these student loans and I need to take a couple of years to pay down. So you got all of these people out here that are struggling, and they're trying to find a way to add more income in their lives. And I think it's so amazing that sometimes I want to tell these people, open your eyes, look in your hand, look what God gave you. You already have an asset that you can use that's been proven, right? Airbnb, you can put it up on VRBO or HomeAway.com. You can use what you already have to earn income, to help with those things, to go towards your retirement, to pay for schooling, to pay off your student loans, to help out with the mortgage. So I'm going to tell you a story. I don't know if you're a spiritual person and believe in God, but I do, even though I'm wearing an Iron Maiden shirt, right? I don't listen to Iron Maiden. I just thought the shirt was cute, but I love the Lord. And one day I was talking to my father. I really don't know what specifically we were talking about, but I was afraid to do something. I didn't think that I could do it. I was like, oh, I don't think, I wanted to do this, but I wasn't sure if I should do it, right? My dad said something that I never forgot, and he told me about the story of Moses at the burning bush. And I'm like, well, Dad, this is like going back to Sunday school. I know the story of Moses in the burning bush. You see the bush burning, and God starts talking to him, and he tells him to, go speak to Pharaoh and tell him to let the Israelites go, because the Israelites are in slavery, right? If you don't know that lesson, check out Exodus, right? And Moses says, oh, I can't go talk to Pharaoh, right? I'm out here, in the pastures. I don't want to go talk to the Pharaoh and tell him to let the Israelites go. He's not going to listen to me. God tells Moses, look at your hand. Moses was carrying a staff, right? And he told him to use, and he turns the staff into a snake, right? Moses says, well, I don't know what to say to Pharaoh. God says, I gave you your mouth. Use your mouth, right? Basically, God was telling Moses, he's already given you, God gave Moses already everything he had needed to do what he told him to do. He just had to go and do it and believe that he could do it. And that's what my dad told me. My dad said, look at your hand. Look at what God has already given you, right? Look at what he's already given you and use it. Believe, because it's already there. It's already in your hand. Grab hold of it and go for it. And I never forgot that. That was always special to me because, I'd never read it like that. I had never read, when I read the story and heard the story about the burning bush, I just had never whatever. But, God had already given him what he needed, right? And he does that for us as well. So all that to say, people out here trying to figure out how to pay their mortgage and, how to pay for private school for their kids or pay off their student loans. And in their hand is this property. You can use what you have to get what you need or even get what you want, right? So that is my word to you. If you are listening to this, we 10 minutes into this video, right? If you still listening, you have an interest or have thought about, I like short-term rentals, property business. I'll be watching those shows on Netflix. What's it called? Stay Here on Netflix. I'll be watching that, how those people, redecorate their home to set up a short-term rental property. If you love this, you've been thinking about it, like, I don't know. The thought crossed my mind once or twice. That is already in your heart and it's already been in your mind and you thought about it. Why not? Why not? If you can, like I talked on my live stream yesterday, you can rent out a property. You can rent out, just complete property that you don't live at, right? You can rent out a room in a property you stay in or that you don't stay in. You can rent out a floor, a unit, whatever works for you, right? And I know, like I said before, some people say, well, I don't own anything. I don't own anything, right? I can't do this. I'm out. I want to do it, but I'm out. Well, I know people who are in the short-term rental business game and they don't own anything. They may rent an apartment or they may rent a home and yet they, still have, the property up on VRBO or Airbnb, when they're not there, or they rent a room out, all in hopes of, earning extra income and, saving for a down payment to buy a rental investment property, and then, keep going with owning one Airbnb and moving on. So I know people who own and who don't own and are still earning income consistently on Airbnb and VRBOs. So what I want to ask you today is, what do you think having an additional $1,000 a month could do for your life? Let's take a minute and think about that. I have, the other day I was speaking with a woman and her children had all left for college and she was trying to, find money for a trip that she wanted to go to, an international trip that she wanted to go to. And she's going to rent out a floor in her house to get that money, because her kids are gone and she has this big house, all this space, and she's going to use it to do that. So what would you, and then she's like, well, after I do that, I'll use it for something else that she wants to do. So what would an extra $1,000 a month do to your life? Or what would an extra $1,000 a week do? Because depending on your location and what type of property you have, you can make a lot of money, a lot of coins, depending on your location, So that is all I wanted to talk with you today. I will be here tomorrow again, checking in with y'all, answering your questions. But just to let you know, it's already in your hand. There's so much out there. You don't have to struggle. If you need some extra or you've been thinking about doing this a while, do it. And if you need some help, I do have a strategy session that I'm offering. So you can talk to me for just 1 hour. And, I can see where you are, give you some tips. I can help you out. Like I said, me and my husband have been doing this for about 3 years. We have several properties. And if you're one of those people that have questions, you need help, give me a call. It's totally free. You can click the link. I'll put it in the comments, or on Instagram, it's in my bio, but I'll put the link in my comments. Click the link, set up a time, and I'll call you and we'll talk. That's it. Okay? So if you need help, do it. But understand that it's all in your hand. So if you want to build a beautiful life one house at a time, which I plan on doing, which I am doing, which I believe you can do and everyone listening can do it. And if you need help, set up a call with me and we'll talk about it. How does that sound? That sound good? All right, so I gotta get out of here. I'm not leaving, but I do have to get this school stuff together. I took my girl school shopping this morning, and can I say, you know, that was a grip, right? That they kind of got me. I don't really understand why, you know, some people are charging $7 for a little plastic folder, but you know, I'm not gonna name no names. You know, we didn't buy those, but you know, of course, you know, my girls were like, "Oh, we want the $7 folders." I was like, "No, we're gonna go over here to these 25-cent paper folders, these paper pocket folders for 25 cents, not the $6.99 ones." Okay, just saying. But anyway, I gotta get this going because it's back to school nights and all kinds of stuff going on, and it's so exciting. I love it. All right, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks so much for listening to me. Holla at your girl. I'll talk to you. Have a good evening. All right.